Are electric dirt bikes the future of enduro? Or are gas-powered bikes still the ultimate choice? Today we'll be diving into a head-to-head comparison between the revolutionary Stark Varg, one of the most advanced electric dirt bikes on the market, and traditional gas-powered enduro machines like KTM, GasGas, Beta, and more. We'll break down performance, weight, range, maintenance, and even the environmental impact to see how these two categories stack up against each other. So, whether you're a hardcore enduro rider or just curious about the future of off-road motorcycles, stick around. This is going to be an exciting ride. Let's start with performance, one of the most important factors for any enduro rider. The Stark Varg offers instant torque thanks to its electric motor, delivering smooth and consistent power no matter the RPM. With adjustable power settings via an app, you can fine-tune the bike to suit everything from technical climbs to high-speed sections. On the other hand, gas-powered bikes like KTM or Beta rely on traditional engines with a wide power band, giving you that raw mechanical feedback many riders love. While it may take more skill to handle the throttle precisely, these bikes excel in long races and offer that iconic dirt bike feel. However, one major difference is that electric motors don't have a clutch. While this simplifies riding for beginners, it can be a drawback in hard enduro situations where a clutch is critical for controlling grip and modulating power on technical terrain. Even though the Stark Varg has excellent traction control maps to compensate, experienced riders may find the lack of a clutch limiting in extreme conditions. The clutch provides precise control in challenging situations, making it easier to maintain traction on slippery or rocky sections. While it may take more skill to master, this is a key advantage in hard enduro. The Stark Varg delivers an impressive level of versatility. Unlike gas-powered bikes, which are defined by their engine size, example 300cc and so on, an electric motor can adapt to various power levels through its customizable maps. Using the Stark app on your smartphone, you can transform the bike's behavior to suit any scenario. It can be gentle and easy to control for technical trails or deliver aggressive, high-powered performance for racing. This flexibility is unmatched by traditional engines. Electric motors also provide instant torque, giving the Stark Varg explosive acceleration and significant power right from the start. In fact, electric bikes are often more powerful than their gas counterparts, with peak performance available at any moment. However, this same instant power can make it easier to lose grip in challenging conditions, especially on slippery or loose terrain. While the Stark Varg compensates with excellent traction control maps, the lack of a clutch, which is essential for modulating grip in extreme situations, can be a disadvantage for hard enduro riders. Gas-powered bikes, on the other hand, have fixed power characteristics based on engine size. A 125cc bike feels light and nimble, but lacks the brute power of a 450cc machine. Each engine size has its own personality, and experienced riders often choose based on the terrain and type of race. Weight and handling are critical aspects of any enduro motorcycle, as they directly affect how the bike performs in technical terrain and how quickly you tire during a ride. Let's break this down. The Stark Varg weighs approximately 120 kilograms, which is slightly heavier than most gas-powered enduro bikes. For comparison, a typical 2-stroke or 4-stroke gas bike weighs about 105 kilograms without fuel. Once you add fuel, the weight increases to around 115 kilograms, making the Stark Varg just a few kilograms heavier overall. However, the way weight behaves during a ride is a key difference. On a gas-powered bike, as you burn fuel, the bike becomes lighter. This gradual weight reduction is especially noticeable during long rides or races, as it makes the bike feel more agile and easier to handle when fatigue sets in. For many riders, this is a subtle but significant advantage, as every kilogram counts when navigating technical climbs, sharp turns, or rough descents. In contrast, the Stark Varg's weight remains constant throughout the ride. Since the battery doesn't lose weight as it discharges, the handling of the bike doesn't change. While this provides stability and predictability, it can also feel more tiring, especially in demanding conditions as you're managing the same weight from start to finish. For riders who rely on a lighter bike toward the end of a race, this can be a noticeable difference. Weight distribution also plays a significant role. The Stark Varg's battery is centrally located and mounted low, giving it a low center of gravity. This helps with balance, especially when navigating rocky sections or tight switchbacks. However, the additional weight of the battery can sometimes make the bike feel harder to flick around in fast-flowing sections. Gas-powered bikes, on the other hand, distribute their weight around the engine and fuel tank. This results in a more familiar and predictable feel for riders accustomed to traditional dirt bikes. The dynamic weight shift caused by burning fuel can also make the bike feel more responsive over time, especially in technical terrain where precise control is required. Fatigue management is another consideration. On a heavier bike like the Stark Varg, riders may find themselves tiring faster, especially when repeatedly lifting or maneuvering the bike in tight, technical sections. In contrast, the slightly lighter gas-powered bikes, and the fact that they become even lighter as fuel is consumed, can feel more manageable as the day goes on. In the end, the choice between electric and gas-powered bikes in terms of weight and handling comes down to personal preference. Do you value the predictable, consistent handling of an electric bike like the Stark Varg? Or do you prefer the evolving dynamics of a gas bike that lightens as the ride progresses? Both have their unique advantages, and understanding these differences is key to choosing the right bike for your riding style. The Stark Varg boasts an impressive range for an electric motorcycle, with claims of up to 6 hours of riding time depending on the terrain, rider weight, and power settings. However, in reality, the range can vary significantly based on how aggressively you ride. High-performance modes and constant use of full torque can drain the battery faster, making it better suited for shorter rides, training sessions, or races where charging stations are accessible. Refueling, or in this case recharging, is one of the biggest challenges for electric bikes. While the Stark Varg can charge relatively quickly for an electric motorcycle, taking about 1 to 2 hours with a fast charger, this still pales in comparison to the 5-minute refueling time of a gas-powered bike. For long-distance enduro riders, or those in remote areas without charging infrastructure, this can be a significant limitation. Another factor to consider is logistics during rides. On a gas-powered bike, you can carry a small fuel canister or plan stops along the way, ensuring you never run out of range. With electric bikes, riders need to carefully plan their route to account for available charging stations, or bring a generator, which can be bulky and impractical for most enduro rides. Environmental impact is also a topic worth mentioning. Electric bikes like the Stark Varg offer an eco-friendly solution, with zero emissions during operation. This is an attractive feature for riders concerned about the environment, as well as for events held in areas where noise and emissions restrictions are enforced. Gas-powered bikes, while still dominant in the enduro world, produce emissions and require the use of fossil fuels, which might not align with future regulations or environmentally conscious riders. Electric motorcycles like the Stark Varg typically come with a higher upfront cost compared to gas-powered enduro bikes. For example, the Stark Varg starts at around $12,000, depending on the model and configuration. Meanwhile, a gas-powered enduro bike like the KTM or Beta costs approximately $10,000 or less, making them slightly more affordable to purchase. However, it's important to consider what you're getting for the price. The Stark Varg includes advanced features like customizable power maps, a highly efficient electric motor, and minimal maintenance requirements, which could offset the higher initial cost over time. Maintenance is one area where electric bikes shine. The Stark Varg has far fewer moving parts compared to a gas-powered bike. There's no engine oil to change, no filters to replace, no clutch to maintain, and no exhaust system to worry about. This can save riders hundreds of dollars annually. Gas-powered bikes typically hold their value well, especially models from reputable brands like KTM, Beta, and GasGas. Electric bikes are still relatively new to the market, so their long-term resale value is harder to predict. However, as electric technology becomes more mainstream, this gap may narrow over time. Choosing between an electric motorcycle like the Stark Varg and a gas-powered enduro bike such as KTM, Beta, or GasGas ultimately depends on your riding style, priorities, and preferences. Electric motorcycles bring revolutionary advancements to the table, offering instant torque, customizable power delivery, and lower maintenance costs. They are eco-friendly, quieter, and perfect for riders looking for a modern, hassle-free experience, especially in controlled environments or shorter rides. However, they still face challenges when it comes to range, weight, and the higher upfront cost, making them more suitable for specific scenarios rather than all-around use. On the other hand, gas-powered bikes remain the tried-and-true champions of enduro riding. They offer predictable performance, incredible versatility, and the practicality of quick refueling, making them the go-to choice for long-distance riders and those venturing into remote areas. While they require more regular maintenance, their familiarity and adaptability make them a favorite among traditionalists. Both platforms have their strengths and weaknesses, and neither is objectively better than the other. It all comes down to what you value most: the cutting-edge technology and simplicity of an electric bike, or the raw power, range, and heritage of a gas-powered machine. No matter what you choose, the thrill of enduro riding remains the same, a unique blend of challenge, adventure, and passion for two wheels. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this comparison helped you get a clearer picture of the differences between electric and gas-powered enduro bikes. Whether you're considering making the switch to an electric bike or sticking with a traditional gas-powered machine, the choice is yours based on your riding needs and preferences. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and let me know in the comments which bike you prefer and why. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Until next time, keep riding and stay safe out there.